Hello, 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 everybody. How are you? We're in April. Can you believe it is? I don't even know what the hell day it is. April 5th. It's April 5th already, guys. How is everyone doing? I am Morgan, your lead accountability coach here in the Heal Your Soul, Put Yourself First group. Give me a moment. Make sure I've got everything in a row. So, as you're coming in on here, please be sure to ask me any of your questions. I mean, we want to help you move through your anything that you're going through right now. Really, drop your comments down, your questions down. Say hi to me. Josh, drop hashtag replay. Just say hello, hello, hello. Hello, 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 everybody. All right, so nobody's doing the things, huh? Nobody wants to talk to me today. Oh well, that's all right. Let's get right into the training. Today's training is going to be how to get your shift together. If you would like to have reminders, text reminders, make sure you text the word soul to 41372 and you'll get reminders on anytime we go live here in the group or upcoming trainings, anything like that. Anybody have any questions on it? No, nobody's on. That's all right. That's okay. Okay, let's get right into it then. Is it time for you to deep dive, do the work, get your shift together and heal your soul, but you don't know where to start? You don't know I just lost my train of thought. Holy shit balls. Oh well. We'll keep rolling. Let's start over again. It's time for you to deep dive, do the work, get your shift together, and heal your soul. But you don't know where to start. You want to make sure that you don't get stuck there. Just type the word hashtag shift, and we will shoot you a message here, chat with you for a bit, just see how we can help, and we'll make our recommendations. No pressure sales, none at all. I am Morgan, your lead accountability coach here. And along with Alicia, we help you heal your soul by teaching you her AWC process. This allows you to know whether or not you have the capacity to give to others before saying yes. And we also teach you how to do that without feeling guilty and sabotaging yourself. If you want to learn more about how to implement this into your own life, just type hashtag shift. Okay, let's start. Let's start with the main reason you struggle to get your shift together. A lot of the times is you're not going deep enough because you don't want to let go of the shit because you feel like it protects you. There's a lot of things. We develop these coping mechanisms after we've gone through, whether it's just everyday stress, trauma, just progression of our lives. And we develop these coping mechanisms that they protected us at the time, but they may not always be good for us in our current state. And that's how it keeps us from shifting, getting our shift together. It doesn't allow us to move forward to become a a better version of ourselves because it's still hanging on us. It's still weighing us down. Really want to make things shift, you really do have to go soul deep. You have to clear everything out. I've been in here this journey in this world 3 years now. 3 years. When I first came in, I was in my bed. Um, Most of the times I'd wear the same clothes just because I didn't get out of bed. So why the hell should I change clothes, right? And it was a struggle. It really was. Look at me now. I am fully dressed. I got my earrings on. I am out of bed. I'm in my office actually. Um, and looking back, there's a lot of things that I have done. I've progressed. Alicia always says it's about progress, not perfection. Am I where I want to be? No. Am I getting there? Absolutely. Yes, I am. I am getting there. And one of the things that has helped me shift is realizing, digging deep down in there, what the hell is it that's holding me back, that's holding me there, keeping me stuck? Um, and I realized that this, let's call it baggage, if you will, kept me stuck because I felt it was the only protection. Um, it was a way to protect myself, so that way I could just keep being upright. Protection does this. The only protection it does is you from yourself. So you cannot do the soul work and have the soul connection that with you that you crave. So when you're not going that soul deep and you're just hitting those surfaces, you're not going to find that significant change. And by significant, it could be a small step, but it is still significant. I was just talking with a client the other day, and she had said, not I'm not as far along as I wanted to be. And I told her, I said, it's baby steps, but you know what? That one step has such significance to it. So don't discredit how big that step is. It's still significant. Another thing that I've learned is by holding on to that baggage, those things that I thought were protecting me and driving me forward, actually does you more harm than it does good, and will always do more harm than it does good. In hindsight, I thought, oh, that's a good thing. But looking back, yeah, it does more harm simply because it doesn't allow you to truly open up and express and be who you truly are to the core. You're just going by day to day, going with what society wants, what society deems as acceptable. And that may not always align with your soul. And that's okay. It is okay. But in order to realize what's going to align with your soul, you really do have to go soul deep. So the first thing you need to do is, in order to shift, is learning how to protect yourself. So for me, protecting myself, let's see. By protecting myself, but a way that I would protect myself is holding it all in, just not talking to anybody, and like my husband, my best friends, just anybody, not telling anybody, but yet telling everybody, I'm okay. I'm okay. Or I'm not okay. Just leave me alone. Let me process it. I go through this processing thing where I want to process everything before I react, because I'm such an emotional creature, so emotionally charged, passionate about how I feel. I want to make sure that I don't allow those emotions to get in the way of what's really going on. So I would just hold everything in, and wasn't doing good. Really was not doing good. In fact, I'll tell you recent events. Okay. I had a family member send me 3 questions. Says, I don't need to know the answers. It's just, I've asked myself these questions and it's helped me. Okay. And the first question was, what is the most important thing to you? What do you need to give up in order to get it? Second question was, what's the second most important thing? What do you need to give up in order to get it? Third, what's the third? The way I reacted, I was like, what the fuck more can I give up? I have given up so much already. What else can I give up? Really? My life? Like, no. And then the next question that I was asking myself is, why do I need to give up more? Why is it always about giving up more in order to get to? No, it's not. It is not. Those questions were not, they were well intended, but they're not quality questions. Not at all. And it just comes with that old mentality of thinking, you work harder, doesn't matter. You keep going, you keep going, you keep going. But that's not beneficial in the long run. Doing that hustle constantly, it wears you. I have all kinds of noises going on and stuff. And it gets you down. And so it just kind of sent me in like just a whirlwind. And then I went into assuming that that it was a jab, that I wasn't doing enough. And I projected it a bit on my husband. And this morning he said, what I had said and how you took it are two different things. And it made me realize that holding it all in isn't necessarily a good thing. You've got to talk it out, because how I'm processing something could be completely different than how somebody is actually intending it to be. So where I find that is most important is that. But at the same token, I was protecting myself, standing in my power, saying, no, this is not, no. It's not acceptable to me. I should not have to give up more and more and more just to get something in return. No, it's not how this fucking works at all. And so that was the first thing. I was protecting myself, but I was also standing in my power, setting those boundaries. Then, um, then the next thing you need to do is face everything head on. And that's exactly what I did. Even though it didn't seem like it at first, I did. Again, me personally, I process things and then I get to the stage where, no, absolutely not. I'm not doing it. Like, no, that's not how this is. This is, and continue to go on. So most of the times, if you're not soul deep, so like if I wouldn't have been able, if I wouldn't have gotten soul deep, or when I wasn't soul deep, I was avoidant. And when you're avoidant, you're stagnant. When you're stagnant, and when you feel stagnant, you feel disconnected and lost. And that's where uh, that's where I was. You can't face forward and stay looking plus going that way until you process and release your past. I still have a lot of processing doing. I still have a lot of releasing to do, and that's okay. I am leaps and bounds ahead of where I was 3 years ago. So keep that in mind. Everybody's journey is different. It's not a race. It is indeed a journey. And I'll just leave it at that. So here's where you get caught up in your past. You actually never process it. So when you're getting caught up in your past, you're actually not processing it. You touch on the surface, but you haven't really dug further and further and further in there like you really need to. You just shove it into your dark spaces. Hope it never rears its ugly head. And generally, when it rears its ugly head, that's when the shit storms happen. Okay, guess what? Circumstances, people, and things will trigger it to rear its ugly head. Always, always, always. And then that's when the shit hits the fan and you realize, I need to go a little bit deeper. Like, what is going on here? So remember, in order to shift, you do need to protect yourself. But you also need to stand in your power and you need to go soul deep. Those are the three things. That's the training today. I'm not even looking at the other screen. Is anybody watching? Hello, Anne. Hey, how's it going? So glad you were able to make it. I don't even know what time it is. 10 minutes ago. Fantastic. Fantastic. Anybody have any questions, please drop them down in the comments. I would be more than happy to answer the questions. That'd be great. So I don't look like a complete momo. While I am waiting for that, let's go into, is it time for you to dive deep, do the work, get your shift together and heal your soul? But you're not quite sure where to start and you want to make sure that you don't get stuck there, then just type the hashtag shift and we'll shoot you a message. We're going to chat with you a bit just to see how we can help. We have several different recommendations, no hard pressure sales at all. We truly do want to help you. We want to help you make those shifts, those meaningful shifts in your lives so you can be the best versions of yourselves. So you're no longer feeling guilty, no longer doing the self-sabotaging. We really, really do want to help. So again, how do you do your shift? Make your shift. First thing is we need to learn how to protect ourselves. Second is we need to face everything head on. And third is, why is it? Yeah, we need to face everything on and continue looking forward, not back here. I've always heard the analogy of, why is your front windshield, why is it so big, but yet the rear view mirror is so small? Because it's doesn't matter. The going forward is what's most important. That's the biggest thing, not the rear view mirror. That's why it's so small. So I am going to leave you with, remember, it's about progress, not perfection. Always give yourself grace and say yes to yourself more than you say yes to anybody else. I will be back here next week. Bye.